tomorrow, right? Yay! How about on September 2nd also? And the campaign hasn't ended, it's just began. So, yes, they're beginning to notice. They're beginning to notice. They're beginning to notice that there's more than a dozen of you spammers. We're rigging all the post-debate polling. Thank you very much, you spammers. No, I think we made great inroads.
This is the best thing ever.
Very sincerely, I am much more optimistic now than I was 18 months ago when people were breaking my arm. You need to do it. I said, oh no, nobody cares. And nobody's on that. And where will the people come from? There's no remnant left, and the young people don't care. But let me tell you, you proved me wrong.
The only thing you've ever been wrong about.
Well, you proved me wrong because I was sort of a little pessimistic. I thought it would take maybe another generation. I didn't think your generation was ready. Evidently, you're ready. You're ready because you've been forced to, because you look at how we've screwed things up. And you got all this debt and war and invasion of your privacy and the threats to the internet. We got to stop them. No, but there is a lot of reason to be optimistic, and thankfully we still live in a country free enough where we can actually campaign on these views. So far, not get arrested. No, but there is. I mean, we have a great country. We've had great traditions. The tragedy is we have lost our way. We don't follow our traditions, and both parties have just really messed things up. I claim there are only two problems that we have in Washington: Republicans and Democrats. But we do have the message. We have the message, and that's the message of liberty. It's an American message. It's a constitutional message. And if we do the right things, we will prevail. The pain and suffering does not have to be prolonged. But we do know that there are consequences for what we have done in the last 20, 30, 40 years, living way beyond our means, and we have spent the next generation's inheritance. But there's no reason why we can't go back to work. Right now, though, all you have to do is look at financial markets on a daily basis. It's in our own interest, and quite frankly, we have a lot of members of Congress, and we've gotten their attention.
We did today.
The interesting thing is the members of Congress come up and say, why don't you teach me how to raise money on the internet?
Be honest!
So when they do it on the House floor, I point up to the board, I said, why don't you change your voting record? In spite of the problems, there's reason to be optimistic, and there's reason for us to continue the effort, whether it's tomorrow, the next day, or next week, or next month. I mean, we still have enough freedom left to express ourselves. And thank goodness that we do have the internet. We don't have to depend on 3 or 4 major networks. So there was this bold attempt that they thought that all they'd have to do is let these views be expressed on a national stage. If they laughed and ridiculed and marginalized, that nobody would care. But guess what? There were a lot of
They guessed wrong, that's right.
I need so many of you because I get my energy and I get my encouragement from you.
I came from you. Yay!
Hopefully our numbers will be great tomorrow. That there'll be one of my instructions always is, if you're involved in this is serious business. It's hard work. We got to have fun doing it. And once you get with people like-minded, you can't but have fun because you know what we're doing. And we don't have to expect everybody to look alike or expect everybody to agree how you want to use your lives or how you want to spend your money. Freedom brings us together.
Yes.
It gives you a right to run your life as you choose and to spend the money as you choose. We get the government off our backs and out of our wallets and out of all of foreign intervention. We bring our troops home and we become a wealthy, free country once again. Thank you.
Hey, Ron, they're talking about walking down to the Fed after the rally tomorrow.
We did it today, though, too. It was awesome.
We did today.
Well, be nice to Mr. Burnett.
We went up for the Revolution March last week. We had a great time. Actually, this video is some of the stuff, but we're just going to stick to the thing I know everybody wants to see, which is Ron Paul at Mr. Smith's. But let me just tell you, on Friday, July 11th, we met up with 6 other people on Capitol Hill. We had a great time. We went around and passed out brochures about the North American Union and to all of the members of Congress that we could get our hands on. That was a lot of fun. And we also went to the Senate. And then we went to the Federal Reserve and protested there. I'll have another video of that. I also have a video about the North American Union pamphlets we passed out. But then we all went, well, a bunch of us went to go get drunk at the meetup in Washington, D.C. at a place called Mr. Smith's. You have to understand this place is about 20 foot by 20 foot. And we were all drinking. And unfortunately, I'd had about 25 drinks. So it was a complete shocker to everyone that Ron Paul was even there. Apparently, he was eating dinner with his granddaughters. And they told him that they had heard that there was something going on. And he said, well, let's go check it out. And it was about 11 o'clock at night. And since we were really celebrating our Federal Reserve Bank protests and having a lot of fun, I was really wasted. And so the video you're about to see, the reason I look like a complete dork, besides the fact that I am, is the fact that I'd had like 20 beers in me, and as soon as Ron Paul walked in the door, I ran up to him and shook his hand. And then I went, my book! And so I turned around and I ran back, and I got my book out of my bag, ran back over to him again, and was like, my book! And so he signed it. And then I was like, wait, I want to be in a photograph of Ron Paul. So I ran back again, got my video camera and stuff out. But that time, even though I'd had 20 beers, I realized I don't want to bug him again. I mean, everybody else in here wants to talk to him too. So I felt like so I just tried to put myself in the video at the same time as him. And I looked like a super dork. But I'm including it because I think it's funny. Anyway, he comes in out of the blue. Everybody's in a state of shock. It was awesome. Gave a speech. Here's the speech.